I'm Mindy Otto, and I'm Executive Director of the Yellow Dog Watershed Preserve. And we are a tiny nonprofit organization, and our office is located in Big Bay. So this is the Yellow Dog River. This is called Hills Falls, and this is a really popular fishing spot. So the Yellow Dog Watershed Preserve has been around since 1995, and we are a community-based group, and we are founded by a group of concerned citizens. And one of the main industries up here is timber harvest, and so the citizens were concerned about potential contamination from timber harvest in the water. So we basically formed to kind of monitor the logging activities that were going on. And since then, we've gotten involved in a number of different things. We have 4 main programs. We have a water quality monitoring program. We also have a land preservation program. We are a land trust, so we set aside parcels for conservation and for public access. We also do education and outreach, mainly with students in the community area schools. We like to take them out to the river. And then we also have an advocacy program, and that's focused mainly on the mining campaign. This type of mine, this is the Eagle project, and it's a type of mining called sulfide mining. The mine is actually not mining sulfides, but it's a nickel and copper mine. And everywhere that this type of mining has occurred, there's been pollution, and mainly into water. And so when you're trying to extract nickel and copper ore bodies, you run the risk of contamination from sulfides, because the nickel and copper are surrounded by a sulfide rock. And so when that is crushed, there's a possibility for the sulfides to be mixed with water or air, and that can create sulfuric acid. And that's also called acid mine drainage in this situation. So my organization and a number of other organizations are concerned that this will happen because the mine is actually located below the Salmon Trout River by about 800 feet. So the ore body is being accessed by a tunnel directly underneath the Salmon Trout River. So this makes it a very high-risk operation. Well, if you are a fisherman, you should probably keep an eye on this, because any kind of contamination in the water can affect the macroinvertebrate population, which is what the fish feed off of. So, you know, when you're fishing and you tie a little fly on the end, you're mimicking fish food. So if you kill off those macroinvertebrates, you could potentially make the fish habitat go away, and there won't be any more fish in the river. So the Salmon Trout River, which is where the mine is located, and the Yellow Dog River, this river here, they both flow into Lake Superior. So we're in the Lake Superior watershed. And actually the water in Marquette comes from Lake Superior when you turn on your tap. So this has the potential to affect your drinking water as well. So my organization is focused on monitoring, and so we actually do communicate with the mine and also get their results. So we compare our results with their results, and we try to make sure we're all on the same page. And if there is a potential contamination situation, we're going to report it to the state, and we hope that the mine will also respond accordingly and do something about the problem. So yes, I guess that would be the way we could work together. Right. Everybody is keeping an eye on potential contamination. Right. Mainly what our volunteers do, what they like to do, is get outside. So we actually have them help us with the water monitoring. We have a water monitoring program that's volunteer-based. And so we actually have people out in the river with nets catching the macroinvertebrates so that we can count them and sort them. You can help us in the summer. We do invasive species removal in a really cool federal wilderness area, and it's really remote and a great experience for hiking. And then you can also help with our lake monitoring program. Yellow Dog is a really great organization to work for. I love my job, and I also really like working with the community. We have a lot of volunteers, and it's really cool to see how many people are interested in helping out. So you can always contact us if you're interested in helping.
Fabulous.